here we fucking go again, boys. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has added in microtransactions to their game. Lo and behold, just a few weeks after the game came out. It's really funny because this situation eerily reminds me of Battlefront 2 in the sense that EA came out of the gate with micro gambling and the pay-to-win progression system, and then they took it out a couple weeks later, I think, or maybe a couple months later. And then now I'm like, oh, well, I think Activision was like, oh, shoot, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should just put out our game first. And then once people already bought it, let's put in that microtransaction system. Let's squeeze a little bit more cash out of your pocketbook, Call of Duty fan. Genius! Activision, absolutely motherfucking genius. So today is, it's just another scumbag day in industry where we've got to talk about microtransactions once again in a fully priced game with a season pass of $50 without single player. Now you add on the microtransaction system, and you're talking about a game that you can now spend hundreds, if not, it is calculated to be, I'll show you the facts here in a minute, or at least the estimates, thousands of dollars to get everything cosmetic in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, with a ton of restrictions slathered on top. Yes, that's right. This game isn't $60. You can't play the game and obtain everything in a reasonable amount of time. We're talking about a reasonable amount of time here. Estimates show that you can spend upwards of 250 hours of real game time to obtain all the sets of cosmetics in Black Ops 4. 250 hours in a fully priced game. Are you fucking kidding me? If I play an hour a day, it's gonna take me almost a fucking year to get all this stuff? Okay, so let's go ahead and back up and take a look at the black market economy of Black Ops 4. More like the fucking black mark of Black Ops 4 at this point, but that's a different story. So in Black Ops 4, there's a black market where there are, I believe, 200 tiers that you basically climb. You climb this giant ladder of progression through playing the base game. And you can skip those tiers by buying COD points with real money. It's estimated that it takes about an hour to get from one tier to the next. So you're looking at 1 times 200 tiers, so 200 hours to get all the way to the tippity top. So damn, that's a pretty big grind. If you don't want to make that grind and you just want to bust out your pocketbook, you can obviously advance tiers by paying real money to get COD points and then unlocking the new tier. So you get stuff for basically giving them money. Hooray, that's exactly what they want. The problem with Black Ops 4 is the progression rate between tiers is so goddamn painfully slow that it kind of makes you want to just give them money to advance along the tier, especially if you're just a casual player, right? Hardcore players really don't care. They just want to play COD and they'll naturally go up that big old ladder. But for us, like casual players, it's really annoying for us because we want the rewards, but we don't have the time to put in to get them. And like I said before, it's not a reasonable amount of time to expect someone to put in 200 hours to get most of the content in the game. That's not acceptable. Progression is supposed to be challenging yet rewarding, and there's supposed to be a balance. And this balance has been pretty much effed with many modern games, including Black Ops 4, Battlefront 2, etc., to steer people towards paying money when, in fact, a reasonable amount of time should net them most of the stuff in the game. So there's this ongoing debate of how much is too much? Is Call of Duty's black market too much? Many people would say yes, because A, the game is actually lacking core customization features and quantity to begin with. B, it takes too long of a time to actually get to where you want to be. And C, you actually can't use some of the stuff that you unlock in these tiers because they're part of a set, and if you don't have the entire set, you actually can't equip anything. So there's an additional restriction put on top. If the black markets and COD points weren't bad enough, there's also limited edition cosmetics available at certain tier levels for a limited time. So this is yet another incentive for people to skip levels in the black market to get this kind of stuff. Just add that on top. And you can also use your COD points to buy plasma to make elixirs in the zombie mode. Don't forget about that either. So there are actually single-use buffs that you can use in that mode to make the game easier. So there is some elements of pay to win, although very slight, in the black market right now. I think a good progression system is built on challenge, not quantity. I think a good example of this would be Black Ops 3, in which you earned most of the stuff in the game through challenges, not, you know, horrendous grinding, mind-numbing grinding at that. And correct me if I'm wrong because it's been pretty long, most of the stuff in Black Ops 3 was outfits, so there wasn't pieces that you had to cobble together, and if you didn't have one thing, you actually couldn't wear the other thing. I'm pretty sure that's how it was, and it was actually a good system. I think Black Ops 4 is just a huge step in the wrong direction in terms of how to build a fair monetization in-game store in a game that already costs $60, let alone $110 if you buy the season pass on top. This is basically a system you'd see in a free-to-play game or a mobile game where the base game is actually free, but you have to invest lots of time to get what you want in the game. So it feels very out of place to be playing a game that you've already paid so much money, to have them hamstring you and put so many roadblocks in your way to actually get just cosmetic stuff. I mean, cosmetic stuff in video games, if you look like back into the past of video games, it was always delivered to players through playability and challenge, but now it's been replaced by paywalls. And I think you just have to ask yourself the question, how much does this bother you, and are you willing to support a company in a game that actually puts these hurdles in your way just for the betterment of their shareholders? And for me, that answer is definitely no. How far is this rabbit hole gonna go? Only one can guess, because there's going to be multiple updates to Black Ops 4 in the future, and plenty of chances for Activision to sneak in additional tiers in the black market and tons of customization things for you to spend more money on. So make sure to watch out for that. The most important thing to keep in mind though when you're looking at this situation is ask yourself, what is a reasonable amount of time you can ask someone to play a game to obtain most of the content in the game? Is 200 or 300 hours too long? I think so. So there's a huge discussion and argumentation thread going on in Reddit right now. I will link it down below in the comment section. You guys can check it out yourself. But yes, a lot of people are expressing their opinions very negatively towards Activision right now in terms of the black market from Black Ops 4, and I don't blame them. So, but before you go check out that thread, let me know what you think down below in the comment section regarding the black market of Black Ops 4. I'll be happy to read your comments down below in that comment section. So have a great day, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe here. We'll see you guys in our next video. Take care until then.